Hey guys, we're going to get to the show real quickly, but I just wanted to apologize for the quality of the audio. I don't know what's going on. Both of our audio tracks were just kind of difficult, so I did the best that I could. I hope it was enough. Please enjoy.
Hello and welcome to the podcast. I'm Marisa.
I'm Ariana.
And we're the Krolmeister sisters. As a reminder, this podcast is rated T for teen for strong language and mature themes.
If you don't like that, well, I don't know. I used up my energy on the one that we just scrapped. So head on over to Tammy Tucky's podcast, Unlocked, where she talks to people about things.
And stuff.
Sometimes.
So, what are we talking about today, sister?
That's a terrific question. Oh, we're doing a bracket. We're doing, we're feeling out the sounds.
Yes.
Sound
so,
tracks.
we have talked about, talked about. That's what I'm talking. I'm so sorry, guys.
So we've rated the games, we've gone through and we've scored scores for the games.
Yeah, we've done specifically, in the past, been these are the 10 best soundtracks. Mm-hmm. But now we're going to find out the ultimate soundtrack in the most, scientific way possible, and that is...
brackets. I mean,
brackets.
It is what it is, guys. This is the Krolmeister sister method.
Nicole the Pickle in chat says, music madness? She is funnier than either of us are.
You know?
Okay, so I need my notebook. So I have everything I need. I did not trip over my own headphones.
Nope.
For anyone asking. Yeah. So, we, again, okay guys, there are 33 games now. There's so many games, it doesn't make a very good, bracket, cleanly. 32 games was great. 33, bad. So, we have to do, a qualifier round before the first round. Yeah. Just because of the extra game going on in there. Thanks, Midnight in Salem.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, so, our first matchup is Trail of the Twister versus Haunted Carousel. I'm going to go with Haunted Carousel.
Yes.
I feel like Trail of the Twister is just kind of knockoff Shadow Ranch.
It really kind
Shadow
of
Ranch
is.
Without the feeling.
Yeah, it's very bland, much like the rest of that game. Whereas Haunted Carousel, at least we've got some fun, carousel music. What is this place? I love it.
I actually really like the music in Haunted Carousel, but I don't think it's, super memorable.
No, it's not one of those ones that has ditties, but we'll get into that. What?
Chat.
I can't read it. It's too small.
You might say it has an okay soundtrack.
I quit the podcast.
But yes, Haunted Carousel. It's better, but not memorable. Okay.
Right.
So first round, we have White Wolf of Icicle Creek versus Haunted Carousel.
I don't remember any of the music in White Wolf of Icicle Creek.
Me neither. So Haunted Carousel must be better.
Yeah, it's gotta be. That's how it works. If we don't remember it's bad.
I agree. Icicle Creek, I cannot think of a single, song, any kind of melody that goes with that. So, okay. Next
the only thing that comes to mind for me is bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-da-da-da. And
that's us!
That's just the music we make every time.
Exactly. Okay, so Warnings at Waverly Academy versus Treasure in a Royal Tower. Waverly Academy.
Yes, because
It's got the cello.
I am not fond of... Yeah, well, we've got the cello. That's lovely. But I'm just not fond of the music in Treasure in a Royal Tower. I don't like the harpsichord much.
It's just I don't know.
It's weird. It's like the one instrument that I just don't like.
Okay, so Midnight in Salem versus Silent Spy. I'm gonna go with Silent Spy.
Yeah.
Midnight in Salem soundtrack was underwhelming.
Yeah.
It was just kind of weird, to be honest.
It was interesting.
So, Silent Spy.
Silent Spy, though, has got fucking great music.
Yeah. Shadow Ranch versus Phantom of Venice. Shadow Ranch.
I mean, yes.
Obviously.
Absolutely. Because everything's better in Shadow Ranch.
It sure is. Curse of Blackmore Manor versus Secret of the Old Clock. That's hard for me.
Ooh, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna lean towards Secret of the Old Clock.
Same! Okay.
Yeah. That's some great music.
It's because it's like that nice, like, jazzy music.
Yeah, it's got a
I was
slight
just watching
ragtime
someone...
feel while being really white.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was watching someone stream it earlier, and I'm just like, man, this soundtrack just fantastic.
It really is.
Okay, so Tomb of the Lost Queen versus Ghost of Thornton Hall.
I don't remember the music in Ghost of Thornton Hall.
Yeah.
I think
okay,
it's mostly
thank you.
like
I'm
it's a
thinking
hard
it's
comparison
like...
because one is more ambiance, and so it blends into the background to sort of feed into your emotions, whereas Tomb of the Lost Queen is just a good soundtrack.
Yeah, because, and it's themed, it commits to it, and I'm like, awesome,
Commitment
love
is
it.
key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Tomb. Thank you for understanding. That's just how that is pronounced in my head. Okay, Alibi in Ashes versus Labyrinth of Lies. Labyrinth of Lies, obviously.
Yeah.
It has all that awesome guitar and shit. Oh.
It's some good stuff. That's a really good.
That's up there for me on the same level as Secret of the Scarlet Hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Just good.
Speaking of, Secret of the Scarlet Hand versus Legend of the Crystal Skull. I would say Scarlet Hand.
Scarlet Hand, purely because it has more music.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
I think it's that every single, like, song in Secret of the Scarlet Hand is, like, iconic.
Yeah.
It has it's very memorable.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like Legend of the Crystal Skull music is not quite as memorable for me.
No, yeah. It's nice to hear while you're playing, not sticking with you.
So, Ransom of the Seven Ships versus Captive Curse. I think Ransom of the Seven
Ransom
Ships
of the
is
Seven
better.
Ships. Pretty sure.
It's the only thing that game got right.
And then it turns out it's a white man.
Yeah. Deadly Device versus Danger on Deception Island.
Danger on Deception Island.
Yeah.
I love the soundtrack for Danger on Deception Island. It's
fantastic.
It's jaunty.
I get the like victory music in my head sometimes. Love it.
Yes.
It's fantastic. Okay. Secrets Can Kill versus Shadow at the Water's Edge. Shadow at the Water's Edge.
Yeah.
Duh.
I'm sorry if I'm being bopped into this. Secrets Can Kill.
Yeah. With Secrets Can Kill, the only thing I can think of, like, the music is that really tense stuff in the library.
Yeah.
The stuff where you're like, oh, I'm in danger, but I'm just looking at books.
Knowledge is dangerous.
Apparently. But yeah. So, Final Scene versus Shattered Medallion.
Final Scene. That is really the music that I think of when I think of, like, classic Nancy Drew. Because it's on that edge of first of all, it's all, like, MIDI fucking stuff. Like, it's wonderful. It has that quality. It's got that 90s music sound. I love it. I will happily listen to music files from, like, games. From old games. It's just like...
Yeah.
Play me some King's Quest, man.
Yes. Fuck yes. Okay, Danger by Design versus Stay Tuned for Danger. It's the Danger off.
Danger time.
I think Stay Tuned for Danger.
Yeah, to the same that one is to the same effect as
Final Scene.
Thank you, Final Scene. But it's got a little bit more of a sitcom, like you're out of the town sort of feel. It's nice.
Sea of Darkness versus Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon.
Sorry, Last Train. It's Sea of Darkness. That
it
fucking soundtrack, man.
It slaps.
It is. That is a hell of a soundtrack.
Okay. Haunting of Castle Malloy versus Message in a Haunted Mansion. I say Haunting of Castle Malloy.
Yeah, Haunting of Castle Malloy. Unfortunately, the soundtrack, like everything else in Message in a Haunted Mansion, is just... It doesn't work right. It just... None of it. The game.
Fantastic.
It's cursed.
Yeah. Also, it's stuck.
It's...
So... Oh, this one's actually kind of hard for me. Creature of Kapu Cave versus Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. They both have very good soundtracks.
They do. I do lean slightly towards Creature of Kapu Cave, just because it does get a nice island feel.
Plays on the beach. Stuff that plays on the beach when you're with Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just nice.
Creature of Kapu Cave. That is round 1.
Woo!
Round 2. We can do this. Haunted Carousel versus Mornings at Waverly Academy. I would say Waverly Academy.
Well, see, because other than Mel playing, I don't really remember much of the music from it.
Really? I remember, like, what plays in the library, which is really nice.
Okay.
Okay. Whack. That's whack.
Is there a duck in here?
Thank you. Silent Spy versus Shadow Ranch. Shadow Ranch.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just misplacing where I am on my bracket. It's fine. I know how to write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were we questioning her, you guys? No.
Okay, so Secret of the Old Clock versus Tomb of the Lost Queen.
Ooh.
Both nice, like, they commit to their bit.
Yeah, they do. They do it that.
So, I would say Secret of the Old Clock.
Yes. I will say Secret of the Old Clock, but that's it's the jazz. It's too good for me.
Yeah. Labyrinth of Lies versus Secret of the Scarlet Hand. I sound so heartbroken.
I know. Yeah, that's a rough one. Ooh. I think I kind of lean towards Labyrinth of Lies, just a little bit.
Really? I was thinking Scarlet Hand.
I just feel like maybe it's because there's a wider variety of the sound in Labyrinth of Lies, so it's kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Labyrinth of Lies.
A lot of different instruments in there. It's nice.
Yeah. Ransom of the Seven Ships versus Danger on Deception Island. I would say Danger on Deception Island.
Danger on Deception Island, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I will hum those songs.
A Shadow at the Water's Edge versus Final Scene.
Shadow.
Yeah.
All the good things I said about Final Scene still stand, but I love
Shadow at the Water's Edge has a fantastic soundtrack.
It's so good.
Stay Tuned for Danger versus Sea of Darkness.
Sea of Darkness, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And Haunting of Castle Malloy versus Creature of Kapu Cave.
Creature of Kapu Cave. Because again, if nothing else, I think, yeah, there's just a lot of good island music in there.
Okay.
It's nice. It's like being in a tourist shop on on some Hawaiian island.
Okay. So, warnings at Waverly Academy. Well, we're going on to round 3, by the way.
Round 3!
Da, 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 da. Sorry. We have, warnings at Waverly Academy versus Shadow Ranch. I would say Shadow Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a good soundtrack, though.
Sure is. Secret of the Old Clock versus Labyrinth of Lies. I would say... I would say Labyrinth of Lies.
It is a lot of new sounds, you know?
I feel like both of them are on the same level. Really. However, I think that there's just more of it in Labyrinth of Lies. So it becomes more varied.
Yeah.
We're not hearing the same songs over and over again.
I guess that is that because, you know, they got to have bigger files, so everything got to be...
Yeah.
They get to have more.
They could have more stuff in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, should we be basing it on the... I'm trying to decide.
There are so many ways to base this on. I think there's also a certain amount of enjoyability.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
It would honestly be a lot easier to play the Labyrinth of Lies soundtrack just randomly than to play Secret of Shadow Ranch just because it's... People are going to be like, what is this cowboy music? What are we listening to? A lot of mood stuff.
Good music.
Right? Are you questioning?
So, Danger on Deception Island versus Shadow at the Water's Edge. Shadow at the Water's Edge.
I don't know. I love me a good jaunty sea shanty sounding thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I do know what you mean.
And they're both so location centric. I love them.
They are.
Because one, immediately takes me to the, chilly North Pacific Island, and it's, I guess, actually, I mean, shout out The Water's Edge, because, yeah.
Yeah.
That is...
Again, I think it's partially just because it's more varied. There's more to it.
It is. There are, the pop-sounding things, and it's all over the place. It's delightful.
Yeah. So, Sea of Darkness versus Creature of Kapu Cave.
I mean, Sea of Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is just really good.
It is a beautiful soundtrack.
Just fantastic. Okay. We are in the semifinal now, guys. We're there, y'all. Okay. Shadow Ranch. Yeah, Shadow Ranch.
Okay.
Why can I not ever say the name of that game?
Because it's Secret of Shadow Ranch, and you know that secret's in there somewhere, but we see SHA because that's how we all...
It's Sha.
It's Sha. So you're like, Shadow Ranch.
Yes.
Strike a pose.
Versus Labyrinth of Lies.
Wait. What? We already did that one.
What did we do then?
We said Labyrinth of Lies.
Versus Shadow Ranch?
Yeah. Didn't we?
I don't...
Because I talked about you can at least put on Labyrinth of Lies. You can't do that with Secret of Shadow Ranch cowboy crap.
No, that was a hypothetical. I thought.
Okay. Well, I say Labyrinth of Lies.
Okay.
Guys, don't podcast when you're under the influence. Or do. Maybe only podcast when you're under the influence. That seems to be what we do. Whichever you think is better.
Okay, so Shadow at the Water's Edge versus Sea of Darkness.
Sea of Darkness, actually.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. And
it's haunting.
It is haunting, and it is sorrowful, and then there's, like, the lovely... It's lovely. It's good.
Yeah. I like it. So Sea of Darkness versus Labyrinth of Lies.
Dang.
Honestly, Sea of Darkness.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, so there we have it.
There we go. Guys, I think it's official. Sea of Darkness has the best soundtrack.
Yeah, so there's ours. We would love to hear yours. I'm going to include a blank version of the bracket for you all in the description to the video or episode, whatever you're listening to this on.
Wherever you're finding us, you know?
Do not find us.
Don't come find us, but like...
Just send us your filled out bracket.
Yeah.
Where you can do on our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and our fancy website, krolmeistersisters.knifefightclub.com.
Are you okay? We good?
How do I always forget all of the ones we have? Every single time I'm put on the spot, and I'm trying to remember the fucking 5 websites we use.
I know. We may need to split this up more. You can also find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, and Spotify. And in those places, you can, share the brackets that we were talking about.
Or at least tell us who won yours.
Yeah, I guess you could do that if you want to be lazy about it. Put some work in.
Yeah! You can subscribe to us over on Twitch to get access to our cute little wine glass emote, our Scopa emote, and at Tier 2, God, I kept trying to say Pier 2. At Tier 2, get the Peace Out emote. Or you can support us over on patreon.com/KrolmeisterSisters to get access to not emotes. You don't get emotes if you're on Patreon, but you do get Streamcat pictures, which is cool, as well as podcast night VODs, and you can tell us what to talk about, and I'd hopefully do a better job at talking than I am right now.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
So, as a reminder, I'm Marisa.
I'm Ariana.
And we're asking you guys to stay sleuthy.